Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be talking about a question many fanwings have had over the years when it comes to Wings of Fire. Will Pyrrhia ever progress? This continent of dragons has existed for well over 5,000 years at least, yet only seems to be going backwards. I mean, think about everything that existed during Darkstalker's day. All those inventions and all that knowledge. Where is it? Why did it disappear? And will Pyrrhia ever be able to return to what it was, and eventually become more? I'll be attempting to answer this question in today's video, so it'll be an exciting ride. But before we begin, a huge shout out to my patrons. Dragler95, Slightest Wild, Thistle, Noobto, Pyronuke, Avril, Pancake, and Askarada. Thank you all so much for supporting me. Links to their social medias are in the description down below. Anyways, without further ado, let's get into the video. When Darkstalker Legends released, fans were shocked to find out just how different Pyrrhia was 2,000 years ago. It was unexpected, honestly. I mean, many people assumed it would have less technology and worse systems than the current version of the continent had. But within the pages of this book, we learned that Pyrrhia was once very different. It was infinitely more evolved than what we have in modern day. I mean, just take a look at the Lost City of Night and everything that was described about it. The schools of current Pyrrhia, even Jade Mountain Academy, cannot compare to what the early Nightwings had. Their esteemed academies were designed to be like palaces. They had marble terraces, hanging gardens, waterfalls. During this time, knowledge and wisdom was favored above all else. Nightwings with special abilities were taught to use their powers for the benefit of the tribe in an environment that encouraged them to study. There were towers in every town, and it was beautiful based off of just descriptions alone. On the cover for Darkness of Dragons, we can even see the ruins of a large statue. The arts were very important back in these days, leading to the flow of development in society. Every tribe was much better off. Even the Rainwings had schools of their own and were well respected. So, what happened? I mean, how did Pyrrhia go from a bustling and impressive world to one full of despair and emptiness? We're practically in the medieval ages by the time of Arc 1, rather than the Renaissance they were once in. Well, there is a reason. One that can be found by looking at Pyrrhia's reverse. Pantala ended up nearly having the opposite fate of its sister continents. Using Clairsight's wisdom from her time, the Pantalan tribes grew into societies far more advanced than what we see on Pyrrhia now. I mean, just look at the hives. There are entire indoor marketplaces, impressive architecture, and goods unlike ones on Pyrrhia. The Hivewings have chocolate, coffee, and other modern items. They have temples and academies, as well as organized systems to their society. Although they're corrupt ones, it's still some sense of order that is lacking on the other continent. But by the time of Arc 3, while we do see Pantala with these advancements that Pyrrhia no longer possesses, it's about to crumble into that same fate. Why? Because of war. It's an easy answer to come to, as we see the beginnings of this descent with Wasp. Everything she does to the Silkwings and Leafwings is awful. Her greed and hunger for power is what almost made them lose all of what they developed. I mean, if the other minds succeeded in taking over the minds of everybody, where would the arts go? There was no need for coffee or advanced desserts, no use for marketplaces or glasses. There are no eyes to see them behind. However, luckily Pantala is able to escape this fate before it becomes almost eternal. Pyrrhia suffered the effects of war for thousands of years though. It's why everything got worse instead of getting better. I mean, we begin Arc 1 with a 20-year war. The obsession queens had with treasure, land, and other power led them to neglect each other and the hearts, minds, and forms of expression of dragons. It made them forget the good they were capable of, because they were left only to see the bad. The bodies on battlefields, the queens slaughtered by their daughters. If that's your whole life, you won't know there's more you can accomplish. And because that became reality, dragons saw no need for improvement. I mean, this is how things were meant to be to them. It's how every history scroll said past events were. How could things be different? They weren't aware of grand places like the lost city of night. They could only grovel in the disparity of war and conflict. That's why Pyrrhia evolved backwards. It's never something outright said, but we all know what happens when fighting and awful actions become all too common. Thankfully, with their new connections to Pantala, I'm more than sure that Pyrrhia will start to grow again. There will be less battles, and more time for school and expression. That's how they will become better again. And I think this is all intentional. What do you guys think? How would you love both Pyrrhia and Pantala to progress in the future novels? Personally, I'd love to see these changes as long as things don't get too modern, akin to what we have today when it comes to technology. Let me know your thoughts down below. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.